All right, folks, we are in the middle of nowhere, as you could see, driving towards Nevada. But here in a minute, we're gonna make a detour. I've seen the structure sitting out here. I wanted to see if it was made out of mud or rock. Wow. Honestly, I think it's limestone, because this whole area was underwater at one time. A lot of these hillsides, if you look at them, you can see where the water level was years ago. And some of these areas, the water was 20, 30, 40 feet high. So I believe in the past, this whole area was flooded out, but probably in the early 1900s, they had a structure here. People have graffitied it. As usual, you know, there's graffiti everywhere. But I thought this was really cool to stop and look at. That's an actual stone. Like they actually cut and chiseled. I think you can actually see the cut and chisel marks. Look at that. Possibly. They might have cut this out of the ground where it was flat and made stone. Made pieces of stone to build this structure at one time that was here. But guys, what we're looking for is a crashed plane. There's a crashed plane in the middle of these mountains. It's kind of hard to get to if you're walking. I didn't bring my Tundra. I brought the Prius today to save about $150 on gas. So we're saving about $150 on gas just from bringing the Prius. But we're looking for a two-seater plane that's crashed out here in the mountains, and the guy perished in the crash. But I'll tell you more about that later. Let's get back on the road. One last thing, guys. We just crossed the street. I wanted to see what this body of water was over here. And this looks like snow, but it's actually borax. And look how clear this water is. Wow. This water looks extremely clean. There's a sign over here. I want to read it really quick before we get it back on the road. Man, it's cold out here. Holy crap, what is this stuff? The Amargosa Borax Works. In the summer of 1883, the first of the world's famous 20 team borax wagons ran from this site to the railhead at Daggett, 100 miles to the southwest. The borax ore was scraped off the adjacent dry lake with hand tools, refined to a concentrate at this mill, then shipped in the wagons during the winter months. Work was shifted to the richer deposits at the Harmony Works in Death Valley. Wow. So this area has a lot of history, like I said. And then, guys, I think we're actually walking on like some kind of plant that only grows underwater. That's really strange, this plant here. Oh, look, there's another part of a structure over there. Guys, and we are in one of the most hottest places of the world. Not far from it. It had records of 134 degrees. Not far from here. Somebody's pulling up to look at this as well, but Here's part of another old structure that was out here. Interesting. Let's get on the road. We have a long day ahead of us and a really difficult hike slash bike ride. I'll get to more of that as we get to the next location as well. Whoa. All right, guys, I was driving to the site where the wreckage was, and I seen a water level measuring device on the side of the road. So I wanted to pull over and show it to you guys, because there's areas, like I said earlier, where you could drive and see that the water level was at certain peaks and heights on these hillsides. And let me go over here so I can show you. So this has drainage going under right here, under the road, but this is probably to measure how high it's gone past over. Let's continue on this journey. We have a really long day ahead of us. Remember that. Stay with me. All right, guys, we have a new addition to the Reverse Rocket TV crew. Right here. I bought this used on the internet for 900 bucks. I did a couple modifications to it. It's called the Super 73. It's designed here in Southern California. I got grips, these end caps. I got a number plate for it. Check it out. Bought that online also. And that's about it. It came with the cell phone holder. This gets about 30 miles roughly if you have it in low pedal assist. So it has 3 modes, first, second, third. Guys, these canyons are brutal. It's a lot of rock. You could really puncture a tire really easy. So sometimes we might be walking it, sometimes we might be riding it. It just depends on the terrain and how much I could handle, or this bike can handle. I'm a heavy person. I'm about 230 something pounds. So these are made for all ages, but I'm not sure what it could push. So we're going to put it to the test. I know it's not going to be able to make it up some of these steep canyons because, guys, this isn't an engine. It's just a battery pushing you, pedal assisting. So it does have a mode where you don't have to pedal, but I believe it's only on flat surfaces. So this thing's pretty nice. It has a headlight. It has a full charge battery. Let's get on the road, guys. I got everything packed away. Before we start going on this mission, look how beautiful this canyon is. Look how clear the air is. Look how blue the sky is. It's absolutely beautiful. Almost like you can just reach out and touch that mountain. Let's get rolling. Guys, in every pedal, this thing's really pushing me, which is really cool. This is strictly a 4-wheel drive trail. You couldn't get down this in a Toyota Corolla right here, this hole. And look how we go a little bit farther. You better have a serious off-road truck to make it through this. I'm gonna walk the bike through here just to show you. I mean, look at this. You gotta drive the vehicle through this. So, number one reason I brought the Prius Hey, it's pedaling up this though. This is pretty steep. But as this mountain gets steeper, it's going to be extremely difficult, guys. Remember that. Guys, I'm thinking I should be in level 3, so let me change it. There we go. Stay with me. So like this area right here is extremely difficult. It's I'm having difficulties just walking up it. So of course the bike is not going to make it up unless it's probably motor driven or you weigh about 50 pounds. We'll walk to the top and continue on. Hold on, folks. I gotta stop for a second and take a picture of this hillside. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm learning this is the stuff you want to stay out of. Look, this is what's killing me, is rocks like the size of softballs and stuff. You got to really avoid these on these trails and try to hug the outside corners as you go up. Spotted something on the ground right here. To me it looks like an old knife or something to adjust the valves on a vehicle. Let me see. Look at that. It's like a razor blade knife. Rattled out of someone's vehicle probably out here off-roading. Let's keep moving on. Alright guys, bad news. I think I just blew this bike up. The pedal assist stopped working. It's pushing a little bit in the beginning and it just starts off. Like on the first pedal you could feel it. And then it just dies. So even the thumb throttle's not working. I've tried every gear. I might have got it too hot in this terrain, pedaling up these hills. I don't know what happened. Yeah, we're screwed. We're screwed. We are screwed. Do we ditch the bike and just walk? Or what do we do? I don't know. It's kind of crazy because right there it just kicked on, but I think I blew up the rear hub. Probably got the rear hub too hot. It's the only thing I can think of. I was gonna buy a camouflage sheet so I could stash this bike, because there's places this bike's not gonna make it, guys. So just kicked on a little bit there and shut off. So here's a good thing. We could coast all the way home. So I don't know what to do. If I find a really good hiding spot, maybe I'll just ditch the bike and continue on foot. I think it's about 3 to 4 miles from the road. So it's gonna be a long hike, but oh well. Guys, it's 500 miles to do this trip for me, from my house. So there is no turning around. I've turned around so much in my life. Today's not the day. I'm not turning around. Stay with me. Oh my God, guys. The bike turned back on. Ah, it just shut off. I'm thinking it's overheated, or I blew it up. I don't know. Let's keep walking. All right, guys, I'm glad I didn't ditch the bike. I got to a flat area where I'm just pedaling it now, but these things are really hard to pedal. They're heavy and the tires are wide. They're made for pedal assist, so I'm not gonna be able to make it through this up here. Folks, we're in really far. Let me show you how far in we are. We pretty much parked at the road. I'm filming with my iPhone. Let's see if we can zoom into a car that's on the road. Right there. So that's how far we made it. We parked at that road. And you can see when I zoom out how far we've made it in 1 hour. But you got to remember, guys, we're pushing uphill. So we're going up this mountain terrain. Crazy, crazy road. It veers off to the left. That's where we're going. Let's keep trucking. I'm not going to ditch old Betsy, because she's going to make it all the way home for me. I'm going to sit on her and coast all the way down. Miles. I think it's 3 to 4 to 5 miles from the road. I want to say between 3 and 4 miles. Somebody said it was 5 miles in a post, but I don't believe that's true. And guys, when you're out here trying to find these crash sites, people are going to give you false leads and fake directions. I've had a couple of people reach out to me on YouTube and say, hey, this exact crash you're looking for is this in this exact area, when it's nowhere near what they're saying. So you got to do your own research and homework when you're in this kind of a hobby of finding crash sites. Use your brain. Don't listen to anybody. Let's keep rolling. This is just really crazy because you want to ditch the bike, but you can't because it'll still ride downhill. You just can't pedal uphill with it. So we don't have to pedal all the way back if we just keep it with us and push this tank up this mountain. And this bike is a tank, guys. Heavy. I wanted to stop and show you guys this, and this is part of the trail. Look at this. This washes out when it rains. This probably has, I don't know, a 13 to 14 inch drop off. And the only way through is over here. You gotta hug this rock side area where all these rocks are and pray you don't fall down in there. Let's continue on. I told myself I'm not gonna look at my GPS till 12:30 because I think we started, or no, I'm not gonna look at the GPS till 1:30 because I think we started, I wanna say 12:38. So maybe I won't look at the GPS till 12:38 because that means we've been on the road walking and riding for about an hour. Let's keep pushing. I'm looking out in the distance out here, and I'm taking a break. I'm sitting on the bike. I see a pile of dirt that looks too perfect to be natural. I think in this area there's lots of mining activity that we just can't see because we don't have the drone in the air. But let's keep pushing. We're on a mission. All right, folks, the farther I get, the more I notice this trail is full-blown 4x4 to the greatest extent. I mean, look at some of the rocks and holes in this road. I mean, I'm having difficulties just pushing up it. So you better have a full-blown 4x4 truck or Jeep to come up here. Don't be trying to come out here in some Subaru. Unless it's lifted. I'm gonna stop and take a picture of this view. Stay with me. Guys, I had to pull the bike down here to show you guys this view. I'll take a picture. It's unbelievable. Guys, was this worth the hike? Look at this view. It's like something you've never seen before. It's almost like being on the moon. It's absolutely beautiful. losing my voice. So thirsty, but I don't want to drink water just in case, you know. These rocks look like moon rocks. Look, they're all black. They look like lava rock. Wow, unbelievable. We jumped off the trail. The trail's just right there. Let's get back on there and continue on. Hopefully we make it. The highest point, there's a turnaround area up here, look, where you could turn around. The problem is we're in 2 hours. It's 2:37. We've been walking for 2 hours and I still don't see the crash site. But according to my GPS, it's still up ahead. But here's my problem. I don't want to go any further. Because now I'm going downhill. Well, actually I could ride the bike. But the problem is I don't want to get stuck out here, guys. Let's just go for a little while. Guys, I think I spotted it. See that image in the center of the screen? Oh man. Here's the problem, guys. It's 2:40. It gets dark at 5. That thing looks like it's about a 30 to 40 minute walk from here. We're going to be stuck out here at dark. Dang it. This is going to go into week 3. I can't make it any farther. It's too late in the day. It's 3:10 and it's probably 3/4 of a mile that way. And by the time I walk over there, I actually spot it though. I could see it. It's glistening in the sun. I stashed the bike over there. I'm gonna go get it back. I just can't make it today. We made it to the top, and here we are. We just can't make it all the way. So, looks like this is gonna be a 3-week video. I wasn't really counting on doing that, but I don't want to come back up here and drive another 500 miles. But hey guys, it's my fault. I couldn't get out of bed this morning. And I didn't know my rear hub on my bike was going to break, so it is what it is. We're screwed. I'm not going to run over there to film that plane and run back and not be able to fly the drone. Just for me to walk over there, do a story on it, fly the drone is an hour and a half. It'd be dark by the time I got back to this area where we need to go home 3, 4, 5 miles to the car, which is going to be 95% downhill. But I'm sorry, y'all. It's going to be a part 3 video. All right, guys, the sun is just dropping. I coasted pretty much all the way down. I think I walked like just a tiny bit of it. I set the speedometer. We're at 3.4 miles out. And we're not out yet, but we're close. The road's not far at all. Because I want to show you something. I just walked over to because I was like, this is strange. Why is there a road going this way when there's a cliff over here? And I spotted something unbelievable. I'll turn the camera off until I get there. Hold on a minute. All right, folks. I am exhausted. I cannot explain to you how tired I am. Oh. Okay, this is amazing to me. This is just something like you just don't see. I can't believe I found it. Just luckily, I was curious to see what this was all about. I seen old timber over there. Look, let me. I'm filming right now with my GoPro. No, I'm filming with my iPhone. Sorry. Yeah. So look at all that wood. So I was wondering, that's strange. Why would someone push wood over right there? And guys, what I'm looking at is there should be an old bridge here, an old wooden bridge. Look at this. It's an old bridge. And if you look down there, there's cement pillars going all the way across. Look at that. And up to the next side. And what it was is they had wooden beams, and this was an actual road. Is that cool or what? Look how they built up this rock. Wow, they did a really good job. Look at the tip right here. They hand stacked all that. I love seeing hand stacked rock. It's like, there's a lot of it in Arizona out in the bush, but usually I don't really see too much of it here in California. But just seeing how this is stacked is so cool. You know, it's just so perfect. Look at that. Wow. So at one time, maybe how, remember we were reading that story this morning about the 20 Mule team? Maybe this was actual part of the road. Maybe this could have been the original road that rolled through here. You never know, guys. It could be. I spot something down there. I think it's a 55-gallon drum. Let me try to zoom in with the iPhone. There it is. Yeah, it's a 55-gallon drum. All right, guys, remember, this is going to be a 3-part video. Peace. See you guys next week. All right, folks, I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track. I'm just tripping out because look at all this rock out here. I call it moon rock, even though it's not moon rock. But look how black it is and shiny. It's actually beautiful. What it is the rock's burned, I believe. And I'm guessing this is like I said before, I've said a million times, lava rock from ancient volcanoes. Stay with me. I'm gonna turn the camera off for a while. I'm gonna keep walking. We're headed to this cliff edge. All right, guys, I'm having GoPro issues. I don't know what's going on, but sometimes it's recording and sometimes it's not. I just wanted to walk over to the edge of this and look off of it because I just can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh my God. Beautiful canyon. I was saying earlier, I don't know if the GoPro is on or not, but can you imagine the amount of rattlesnakes out here under these rocks in the summertime and stuff? Unbelievable. Let's go find this airplane, guys. Stay with me. I want to point something out as I hike along. And I've said this in some of my other videos. You know you're in the middle of nowhere when you're hiking and you don't find one piece of trash on the ground. I don't see a bottle cap. I don't see a can. I don't see anything. It's been like that for the last 10 minutes. Oh, look at this. I think this is just natural though. Yeah, it's just like a natural hole there. I was thinking like maybe Native American or something, but it's too rough. It'd be more smooth. But so crazy. All right, I'm in the wrong area. I'm really close though. I'm thinking the plane is crashed on the other side of this hillside. So let's go get our bike. I kind of stashed it. Even though there's nobody out here, you just never know. If somebody drives by on an off-road trail and sees that thing sitting there, they'll probably take it thinking it's abandoned or stolen, who knows. But I think we're within a quarter of a mile away to the plane. Stay with me. Here's something out of the ordinary. Look at this. What does this mean? I just walked a bunch of this rim of this canyon. I don't see anything. But my GPS showed I was getting closer, but I gotta get my bike, guys. I stashed my bike. I mean, I haven't seen anybody out here, but I stashed that bike a mile away, and I better remember where I'm at. So I'm gonna go get the bike and try to ride the bike about a half a mile up more on the road and just start hiking again and follow this cliff edge and see if I could find something. Literally walking on this burned rock. And this is all baked from the sun. This isn't, I mean, this is all from being burned. We're walking in one of the hottest places in the world. Temperatures so extreme, you know. But the beauty of some of this stuff is just amazing. Look at that. Sounds like metal when you drop it. Feels like metal. Looks like metal. You know what it looks like gold. If you took a piece of this and spray painted it, you could probably really fool someone. Look at this. I just went about a quarter of a mile and opened my GPS back up and it said I went farther. So that plane's somewhere up in these hills, but we're gonna have to walk it. We're gonna have to walk it. So the cool thing is, this is all flat right here. We're gonna make it on the bike until we have to determine where we're gonna start walking. Let me do some brainstorming, guys, and I'll try to figure it out. All right, guys, we're running around like a chicken with our head cut off. Stashing the bike here one last time. I think it's this way. I'm gonna shut the camera off and I'm just gonna show you roughly where I'm at. There's a big indentation in the ground here. It's like a square. I don't think that's man-made. Or I actually think it's man-made. I don't know what it is. Like, they might have did a soil sample out here for something, like a mining activity. I'm not really sure. But I'm gonna crawl to the top of this hill. Stay with me. Yeah, this looks like man-made. disturbance of the dirt. Strange. Something happened here at one time. I just don't know what it was. Remember guys, I still haven't seen a piece of trash on the ground. Okay. Even though I've already been over here, it's taking me to this direction. Stay with me. Another one of those things. Another update. I'm starting to think the plane's on the other side of this canyon now, because I've walked so far and the GPS just stops. I mean, I'm in the right direction and I can see like a little building over there. It's a tower. And that's one of the clues I found on Google, is the tower, and we're in the wrong side of the canyon. I lost my bandana, the orange one that I keep in my back pocket. I dropped it, I can't find it anywhere. I'm just going to consider it as a loss. Trying to find a bandana out here is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Look at this thing. Imagine hitting your bicycle tire on that. You wouldn't be going anywhere. Look at the size of this cactus. Continue on. All right, let's go. We probably have a, I'm guessing, 10 to 20 minute ride. That's including walking, I'm guessing. We're not that far away. It's just we've got to do like a half circle around this canyon. Some of this is flat, some of this is uphill. So some of this we're going to be walking. I mean, I crashed earlier. Hurt my leg. All right, guys, just taking a little breather. I don't see no tire tracks on the ground, so no one's been out here in a long time. We're about halfway there. I'm guessing we probably are gonna ride about 15 miles today. It's 5 up, 5 down, but I just got lost right now and walked and rode 2 extra miles, I'm guessing. Stay with me. All right, folks, I've made it to a point where I just can't reach this plane, but I could see it. I just spotted it, and I'll show you with my iPhone right now. Okay, so here we are. We went to the other road, but guys, it's playing tricks with my mind. I don't know if we were just up there or we were just there on that plateau. But watch this. See my finger? Watch. There's the plane. I think. I mean, it looks like metal, and it looks like something that is not supposed to be there. And that is a tower I've seen on some of the clues, so that has to be the plane. But how do we get there? We're gonna have to walk and somehow stash the bike. But the problem is I'm trying to avoid these quills. There's these cactus quills out here, and they're everywhere. And there's dead cactuses. Guys, we're out 5 miles. If we get a flat, even though I have a patch kit, but I don't feel like taking all these rims and tires off, it's a nightmare. I don't want to get a flat, so. Let me see what I could do. Or if I could just figure out how to get over there, it's, you know, just stash the bike and I'll be able to find the bike when I hike back out. But that thing's probably about a half a mile or, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile out there. I'll let you know what happens. And I only have 1 bar left on the battery because I've been going uphill all day, so that's another scenario. Alright guys, I'm just bulldozing it through the desert now, and I'm not letting the plane out of my sight. I got my eyes locked on it, but I'm also looking at the floor trying to avoid cactus, because that would be devastating. Rain, snow, sleet, it don't matter. We'll get there somehow. This is my 3rd trip out here. It's going to be my last. I'm not coming back out here to film this video. All right, guys, we're going to have a sandwich really quick. I have a peanut butter and jelly in here, and I have some emergency food. I'm starving, haven't ate since yesterday. It's probably around 12 o'clock, I'm guessing. It's 11:23, and it's cold. That's why I haven't took any of this layer of clothing off. I have 3 shirts on, a sweater, a flannel, and an undershirt. But yeah, I'm just gonna sip on some water and have a quick sandwich. I keep these little wet naps in my backpack. They really help you out, man. Good, wash your hands really good, you know. I would do anything for a soda or a cup of tea right now. Some iced tea. Man, out here is just nothing, you know. Here's my sandwich I made last night. Peanut butter and jelly. Stay with me, guys. Guys, that sandwich tastes like $1 million bill. When you're out here in the middle of nowhere, man, a homemade sandwich just tastes like, I can't explain it. You're gonna have to experience it for yourself, guys. Get out here in the outdoors and hike until you can't hike no more. I think we're gonna come in from the top so we can leave the bike up there and go explore to see what that cabinet thing is up there. There's a little tiny structure. And guys, this is what I'm trying to avoid. Look, that's why I'm keeping my eyes on the ground. Look at that cactus where my foot is, and these things are everywhere. So you cannot poke those things. This is kind of interesting as well. Look at this. This cactus has died, and it looks like animals have been eating the inside of the cactus. See how it's hollowed out? Man, to survive out here, you gotta be a pretty tough animal. Man, let's keep rolling. We're getting closer and closer. All right, guys, we're gonna ditch the bike. It's staying right where she lays. We're gonna walk from here. This is my first airplane crash. For those of you who follow my channel, for those of you just tuning in, I find crash cars off cliffs, mountains, deserts, whatever. Wherever they are, I try to find them. From leads on Google, from word of mouth, from friends. So hey guys, there's going to be a lot more airplane crashes on this channel. But it's like I was telling my friends, cars, they're off roads. Airplanes, they could be anywhere. That's the problem. Airplane falls out of the sky, car crashes off a road. So we're getting closer. Let me turn the camera off for a while just to save a little bit of battery. I want to have the camera on while I approach it because I want you guys to see what I'm seeing when I step up to it. Guys, my legs are so tired. I've been pedaling and hiking and walking since this morning. So there's a certain section when you go home right now, it's like the last 4 miles, you don't have to pedal, and it's gonna feel so good. Well, you might have to pedal just a little bit. All right guys, this guy, I'm not sure if I said it in the first part of the video, but his name is Laverne DeBerg. And he was out, I believe, delivering Christmas trees to some friends. I want to say the date before I approach it. I could be wrong. December 23rd, 1995. And I believe he laid out here for roughly 6 months before they found him. Some people who service these satellites out here in these mountains, I guess they spotted him. And they came over here to check it out, and this is what they found. But some stuff has already been taken from the site, from people taking stuff. Here's a memorial that I believe his family set up. This could have been possibly one of the reefs that that was part of one of the Christmas trees, because he was coming out here to deliver Christmas trees, you know. Fly to live, live to fly. December 23rd, 1995. I've done a lot of research about this crash, so that's why I knew the date before I approached it. But here's the guy's little memorial plaque. Laverne K. DeBerg, October 10th, 1938, December 23rd, 1995. There's a cactus growing right next to it. All right, guys, I believe this was a single-seater or a double-seater plane. It was a Comanche, I believe. Apache or a Comanche, I forgot. Wow. Look at this terrain this plane's sitting in. So what happened was, from the accident report I was reading online, it was low visibility. It was an insane amount of fog. You could not see. And he got disoriented and clipped the top side of the top side of this mountain. My throat's so parched because I'm not drinking water. I'm trying to ration water right now, but let's take a closer look. Wow. Guys, I believe this is the front seat to the plane. It's like a double, I believe that's for the driver, or the pilot and the passenger, so it's like a double-seater plane. And this is actually that's part of the landing gear. Look at that, the forks. Finally made it, guys. Wow. Unbelievable. There's a road up here. I gotta figure out how people got out here. I got so sideways coming out here. Look at that engine. Wow. Look, here's the starter to the plane. That's actually the starter right there. I know a little bit about cars, so I know I can point that out. And this here, I just don't know what that is. There's actually a speaker that was inside the plane, look. Wow. Wow, so there's the wing right there. And the other one, I guess, I don't know, I'm confused. This thing's so mangled, I don't really know what I'm looking at here. But I just can't believe I finally made it, guys. Where's my bike? I can see my bike out there. I gotta keep an eye on it. So I believe, rumors has it, there's a wing down there. We might go down there also looking. But if you take a look around, there's just pieces everywhere from this plane. I want to look at this wing. Let's go down here. I don't have a hiking stick, so we got to be kind of careful. Like that. Wow, look at this. Very thin, wow. I didn't realize how thin the sheet metal is in these little planes. I mean, it feels like almost like a soda can. Is this the fuel door, or what is this? Or actually, that could be the fuel door right there. I don't want to disturb the site too much, guys. That's why I'm not moving stuff around. A lot of people in the aviation community, I follow a lot of their channels on YouTube and Facebook, and you're not supposed to touch crash sites. You could go and look, but you're not supposed to be moving parts around. So out of respect for them, I'm not touching anything. I'm just pointing stuff out. Wow, there's some kind of animals living inside here. You can see all the nesting stuff inside. But like, let's get back to this sheet metal. Like, I just can't believe how thin this stuff is. It's not a soda can. It's probably like the thickness of the lid of the soda can. Look, that's how, I mean, unbelievable. Oh wow, this actual part of this landing gear on this wing is still there. The tire and everything, look. Holy cow. Airhawk. Says it's an Airhawk. I used to work at a tire shop a long time ago, so let me see if I can read the date code on here. I can't see all the digits, so probably not. I mean, if I was to guess, it'd be the 42nd week of 1959, but I don't think the tires would be that old on here. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Wow, the animals are just living it up in here. That almost looks like a stirrup that goes on the back of your shoe. Look at the underside of this wing here. My mind's like tripping out. I can't figure out this plane. So there's a landing gear here, but there's also a landing gear on the other side. So there's a landing gear on each wing, I'm guessing. So that wing is missing, and I heard it's over there somewhere down on that cliff. We could walk down there if you guys want. We could also walk around here as well and look at other pieces and parts on the ground. Let me stop this real quick and start it, because this clip's going to be really long. All right, guys, so You can see here is a huge impact zone of probably where I don't know, he was probably coming from this way. What I'm going to do, guys, is we're actually not in the Death Valley Park, so we're allowed to fly drones here. They don't want you flying drones in the park, but we're actually outside the park. We're right outside of it. There's a fee center you have to pay to enter the park. It's a couple miles before you turn down this road, so we're not actually in the park yet, so it's legal to fly drones that I know of. Sometimes your drone will actually tell you, but this is another part of the wing, I guess. Guys, when I have the drone in there, I'll take a lot of different pictures to try to see what angle this guy came in at. This stuff here, not really sure. Wow, so look at this. This is like coning off to a point. This was probably the tail of the plane. Look at this. See how it's a cone? It's fat and then it goes to a cone like a hat, or like a cone you see on the freeway or on the highway. I could be wrong though, but to me it looks like part of the tail. And look at all these wires and stuff in here. Look at this. There's not that much holding these little planes together if you take a look closely. A lot of rivets, cables, nuts and bolts, but I mean, guys, anything could go wrong. So with the impact, pieces and parts flew everywhere, and all the pieces and parts that I'm seeing are going this way. So he was probably coming from this way, impact, and it shot all the stuff out this way. But we're going to figure it out when I get the drone there, because we're going to take aerial photographs to really figure it out. Here's some pieces as well. Alright guys, let me turn this off. I'll walk down in there and see if I can spot this wing that someone was talking about. And I'll turn the camera back on. Halfway down, and there's this little tiny pieces and parts spread out. But let's try to figure out what this is down here. I'm trying not to fall. It's aluminum and it has some very good welding going around the side. I'm not sure what that is. Wow. And guys, we're going to keep this like I said earlier, and I probably said it earlier in the video, we're going to keep the location anonymous. You could probably find it on the internet if you looked hard enough. But guys, if you come out here to try to find this, do not attempt to come out here unless you're ready. You got food, water, a four-wheel drive truck. Don't even attempt to come out here in a two-wheel drive vehicle. Oh, I can see the wing. The wing's down there. We're going to crawl down there. So let's take a look at this. Wow. Has like a wing nut there that to hold it closed. I haven't touched anything, guys, so I kind of want to pick some of this stuff up and check it out, but you know, for respect to the family and everything, I'm not going to touch nothing. Leave it where she lays. Look, there's even pieces and parts over here. Man, he might have even was like nose diving down right here and seen it coming and tried to like crank up, and he's lost some of the parts right here. Guys, we're at 34%. Let me turn this off so we save some battery. There's a big chunk of metal, but I want to get down there and see what that is. Stay with me. We have another part of, I'm guessing, the wing, and we're far from the plane. Look, the plane's up there on the hillside where my finger's pointing. Probably half a football field from here. This either was thrown here or it fell off first. He might have came down and, you know, caught his wing right here and tried to maneuver up. I don't know, but there's more parts down in this wash. Guys, you gotta be, I'm not calling myself experienced hiker, but you gotta use extreme caution when you're out here or hiking anywhere in general. I fall all the time hiking. I fell today. I should be wearing a helmet, guys, in every video, but I don't. Why? Because I haven't learned. I'm just telling you guys, you got to use extreme caution out here, especially when you're 5 miles from your car. Okay, what is this? It's possibly like another part of the plane. Possibly part of the side, I'm not sure. Let's go down here. Little piece of aluminum right here. Wow, this other piece is really out here. So here's a piece that's jammed under the rock. But I wanted to see what this was down in here. I can't imagine this flowing with water. Can you imagine what it takes to get this thing pumping? Pieces here, here. I better watch my butt up here. There might be a mountain lion or something looking at me. I didn't even look around. Parts everywhere. The part stuck in here, jammed in this rock area. But what is this? This caught my eye because it has a red line around it. Holy crap, it's the whole entire wing of the plane, like the internet said. Holy cow. So this is probably, I'm guessing just this part of the wing is probably, here's my hand to give you an example, 8 to 9 feet. Let's go down and look at it lower, if we can get down in here. These are really good hiking shoes, guys. They have crazy grip on them. Wow, look at that. Look at that impact. Just ripped the whole wing off. So if that wing's here, he clipped something here, or he clipped this, and the wing fell and the plane kept going. That's the only thing I can think of. Man, you want to see a scary drop off. Holy cow. Oh, there's more of the plane down in there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to drop this thing, but right there, there's another piece of the plane. Guys, I got a 20-pound backpack on my back that I've had on all day long. So, I'm kind of tired. Holy cow. We're gonna find a spot to set the drone up. We're gonna send it up. Reverse Rocket TV, Southern California. Unknown location, kinda in Death Valley, California.